Has your wife checked out of the marriage, leaving you to try and save it all by yourself? Has everything you've tried so far flat out failed? Well, brother, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to explain to you why everything you've tried so far hasn't worked and the steps you need to take to get your wife to check back into the marriage, even when she says she's completely done. Now, if we haven't met each other before, my name's Luke Finn and I help dads avoid divorce and reconnect with their wife. Now make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and smash the bell button to be notified each Tuesday when I release a new video. And make sure to stick around to the end of this video to get the opportunity to enroll in my free masterclass. In the masterclass, I'm going to be unveiling the secret to reconciliation that no one else is talking about, and I'm going to teach you the 4 steps you need to take in order for your wife to see your change. Now, with all that being said, let's dive right in. So as we get into this training on the ultimate guide to save your marriage, let's first look at the reason why so many of the programs out there don't work. And the reason is, guys, is there are 2 types of men in this world, and these other programs don't realize or recognize these different types of men. And depending on the type of man that you are, it will define how you need to go and reconcile with your wife. So let's look at the first type. The first type of man is the nice guy. And the nice guy, he wants to meet his wife's needs. He's thinking all the time, how can I make her happy? What does she need now? He's like waiting on her hand and foot. And basically, no matter what his wife is doing, she can do no wrong. Maybe she's texting other guys, maybe she's going out with her friends late, but in his eyes, his wife can do no wrong. He just loves her completely and he can see that she's doing no wrong. And basically, he craves for validation from his wife. He doesn't have a strong sense of self, of his own value, and he looks to his wife all the time for validation for who he is, for the husband he is, for the father that he is. And he's lost his identity. He's lost track of who he really is, because he's gotten so used to craving his wife's attention and validation, he's lost his own sense of worth, self-worth. And the problem here is, guys, his wife is the leader at home. She is dictating everything. She is in control of the finances. She says what goes, what doesn't go. Now, let me know in the comments, guys, if you're Mr. Nice Guy, drop it in the comments below. Let me know, write nice guy, because, guys, this is the only way we're going to make progress. And the best way for you to learn is actually to take ownership. So share with me, have you been the nice guy? And the second type of guy is the ice guy. And the ice guy is 110% focused on work. He's successful at work. He knows what he needs to do to be successful at work. He's got lots of respect from his co-workers, his peers, his bosses at work, but he's just not successful at home. He doesn't know what to do at home. And he feels disconnected from his wife and kids when he comes home. He feels like the boss when he's at work, knows what to do to be successful, and when he comes home, he feels completely lost. He's not getting the respect from his wife, and he's disconnected from his kids. And he basically feels frustrated. He feels frustrated because there's a lack of sex. He's successful in his life outside of the home, and he comes home, he loves his wife, but everything he's tried, he's a smart man, everything he's tried hasn't worked, and the intimacy is completely dead in the relationship, and he's just getting really, really frustrated. Everything he's tried, he's read all the books, tried lots of different tactics, but nothing has helped. There's a lack of sex, and he feels disconnected from his wife. And he's literally living a life of quiet desperation because to the world, he's so successful. He's doing really well in his job, a happy-go-lucky guy out there doing what he needs to do in the world. But at home, it's not working out. And his wife is posting pictures on Facebook, making it look like they have this perfect marriage, but they don't. And he's really unhappy. So that's the ice guy. And basically, guys, when your wife says she's done, there's a shift in the power dynamic, right? This is really, really important. This is what so many other courses, coaches, therapists, they don't cover. When your wife says she's done, there's a shift in the power dynamic. And in the past, you probably felt like this. You felt like you're on the same page, right? On the same wavelength. You could communicate with each other. There was respect there, and there was understanding. The thing is, when your wife says she's done, what happens is there's a shift in the power dynamic. She feels 100% in control. She said she's done, and it's leaving you scrambling to try and find a solution to get her to check back into the marriage. And this is a really big problem, guys. And this is why so many other programs are not working out there, because they'll get you to write her a letter explaining all the different things that you've done wrong, to get her to see that she understands that you see the mistakes that you've made. This is horrible. is horrible, horrible advice. You do not want to be doing this because she already feels in control. By you going and writing a letter, it just feels like a sob story. You're being needy. You do not want to do this. And guys, you know this because everything that you've tried so far hasn't worked, right? You try and talk about the relationship and she blocks it, right? You start being more open about your feelings. Like you're literally doing what she told you, she said was missing in the relationship. You start doing these things. So you start being more open about your feelings. And that doesn't work. You start trying to meet her needs. You start helping out more around the house. You start being more attentive to her. That doesn't work. You start looking after the kids more. And none of this works. You start showing her more affection. None of this works, guys. And the reason it's not working is because of that. So that shift in the power dynamic in your relationship. And it's because the reconciliation process is completely different to the process for creating a strong marriage. And it differs depending on the type of man you are. So now that you know if you're you're nice guy or you're the ice guy, let's go look at what you need to do to go and reconcile with your wife. So this is how the nice guy reconciles. The nice guy has to release the panic and neediness. If you've been the nice guy and your wife said she's done, you're panicking, you're freaking out, and you're chasing after, you're being the pursuer, and you don't need to do this. What you need to do is you need to relax, release that panic and neediness. And don't worry, guys, we're going to cover this in the free masterclass, so make sure to stick around to the end for that, on how to release that panic and neediness. You need to get a clear understanding on your identity and your values. So to understand that you are awesome the way you are, that you don't need your wife, that you are an amazing dad, you're an amazing husband, that you're an amazing man, and what you stand for in life. You have a bit of direction in your life without your wife. You need to detach from your wife. Then there's a third step that the nice guy needs to do is, at the moment, you're chasing after, you're being the pursuer, you're being the show pony. I've got a different video on what I mean by the show pony. I'm going to link that up above so you guys can get a little bit more context on what that means. But when you're being the show pony, you're just coming across needy and weak, and this just repulses your wife. The nice guy needs to detach from his wife and get clear on who he is and what he stands for. And it's really important, guys, because this is the only way you're going to attract your wife back in, if you're the nice guy. And the fourth thing, the nice guy needs to stand his ground and raise the bar in the relationship, right? Your wife does not respect you. You're being walked all over at the moment. You're a wonderful guy, but your wife is walking all over you. And you're literally the rug, and she's just taking advantage of you being nice. This cannot keep going on like this. You need to stand your ground and be clear on what you stand for, and you need to raise the bar and communicate clearly to your wife when things are not okay. You're not okay with her going out and not coming home until certain times. You're not okay with her texting her ex-boyfriend. Whatever it is, this is not right, guys. In a healthy marriage, this shouldn't be happening, and the nice guy needs to take a stand here. Now, if you'd like to know how to do this, if you're a nice guy and want to know how to stand your ground and raise the bar, check out down below in the comments. There's a communication guide, a free communication guide. You can download it, guys, to learn how to stand your ground and raise the bar in your relationship. And the fifth thing that the nice guy needs to do is go out and have some fun. Once you've released the panic and you're feeling more confident, you're clear on who you are and what you stand for, you're feeling more detached from your wife, you're not like needy and weak and chasing after her, you just need to go out and have some fun. Have some fun with your friends, go connect with the people that you know, that you love, and your wife will start to realize, holy shit, like John can actually go out and have a good time without me. He's not chasing after me all the time. And this attracts you back into the marriage, guys. So let me know, guys, in the comments from these steps here, let me know if you've tried any of these, and let me know again if you've been Mr. Nice Guy. Now let's look at the ice guy. What does the ice guy need to do to reconcile when his wife says she's done? The ice guy needs to first off release that anger and frustration. Like, he's been trying everything to reconcile and nothing has been working. You need to bring emotional stability into your life if you're the ice guy. And because anger and frustration erodes the emotional safety in the relationship, you need to be calm and relaxed when you're rebuilding trust and emotional safety in the relationship. So I cover in the masterclass how to release the anger and frustration. So make sure to stick around to the end so you can enroll in that free masterclass. The second step for the ice guy is he needs to rebuild the emotional safety. Like, there's been a lot of tension, there's a lot of resentment in the relationship, there's been a lot of fights. And when you're having fights, guys, the emotional safety just gets eroded. Emotional safety is a foundation for every healthy relationship. Emotional safety allows you to communicate two ways with your wife, to share the issues, to share your dreams, your desires, and to feel connected with your wife. It's the only way you're going to get connection back into your marriage, is by rebuilding the emotional safety. The third step that the ice guy needs to do to reconcile is he needs to communicate from the heart. He needs to communicate from his heart. And this can be challenging if you're used to just giving orders in work and being disconnected, feel disconnected from your wife, and you're very analytical, you're not connected with your heart. It can be challenging, but you need to learn how to speak from your heart, to open up, to let your wife see your vulnerability, to be open with her, to share your fears, to share your dreams. Now, you can also, for the ice guy, also check down the communication guide, also covers that. Check that down in the description, guys. You can download that free communication guide on how to communicate from your heart. The fourth thing that the ice guy needs to do to reconcile is start understanding his wife's needs. He's been way too focused on himself and not on what his wife needs. He needs to start understanding her needs and how to start meeting them spontaneously. Not that she has to ask, but he's there. He's got her back, so that they can be a team again. And the fifth step for the ice guy to reconcile is also, just like the nice guy, start having some fun. You've been really uptight. You've got all the pressure in the world with work, working like crazy. Then you're coming home and you're not feeling that connection. You're not feeling that respect, and there's a lack of intimacy. You need to decompress and you need to go out, have some fun. And guys, what's really important about this, in all these steps that I'm teaching, is you need to do them in that order, 1 to 5. Don't skip the steps. They need to be done in that order. And the ice guy needs to go out and have some fun. So reconnect with his friends, bring out that inner child, that happiness, that joy in his life that has been gone for a long, long time. And the thing is, guys, both the ice guy and the nice guy, they're polarities. They're on opposite ends of the scales, right? So you got the ice guy who's disconnected from his wife, just completely focused on work. And then you got the nice guy who's just chasing after his wife, doesn't have any clear self-worth and his value as a man. And they're basically on opposite ends here of the spectrum. And both these guys, in order to attract their wife back in, they need to become the right guy. They need to come into balance and become the right guy. And the right guy is clear in his value as a man. He knows what he stands for. He values himself. He doesn't need his wife to be validating him. He's clear in his value as a man as he is. He's a leader not only at work, he's also a leader at home, right? He's at the head of the house and he enjoys that role and he steps up to it and he's got the respect of his wife and his kids. Even though he's very successful in work, he knows that the number one priority is relationship, right? Relationship with his wife comes first, and second is family. So everything is focused on them. So if something comes up in work or something comes up at home, work gets dropped. Guys, I hear this so many times from men saying, oh, my first priority is my family, but they work all the hours that God sent them. This is not showing really that the first priority is your family. You need to be there for your family when they need you. And it's not just financial, guys. You're more than a paycheck. You need to be there physically, emotionally, mentally for your family, right? And the right guy he's there for his wife. He's putting the relationship first, and he's there for his family. They come first, ahead of everything. And he knows how to communicate from his heart. He can connect with his wife easily. He can navigate difficult situations effortlessly. And he just feels really connected with his wife and his kids. And really important, the right guy also knows how to meet his wife's needs. He understands them and knows how to meet them spontaneously. And this is why they have such a loving and intimate and passionate relationship. All right, guys. So I said at the beginning of this training, I was going to give you the opportunity to enroll in the free masterclass. So in the masterclass, you're going to get to start the process, guys. You can be excited about this, of becoming the right guy. In the masterclass, I'm going to teach you how to start becoming the right guy that's going to attract your wife back into the marriage. I'm also going to uncover the secret to reconciling with your wife that literally no one else is talking about. And finally, I'm going to teach you the 4 steps you need to take for her to see your change. So to enroll in that masterclass, guys, check out the link down below in the description and enroll in that masterclass today. And finally, I also want to invite you to my marriage support group for dads. This is a free Facebook group. It's a wonderful community of dads, so committed to reconciling with the wife and creating an unbreakable marriage. So if you'd like to join that group, check out the link down below, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you have any questions at all, post them down in the comments. And let me know, guys, have you been the nice guy or have you been the ice guy? And what have you been trying so far to get your wife to check back in? Now, if you found this video valuable, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash the bell button to be notified each Tuesday when I release a new video. With all that being said, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.